But is he better at archery than the Leafs are at hockey?
Oh, currently, yes.
Maybe I'm being too harsh, but another loss for the Leafs.
Yeah, and that makes it 5 in a row now after falling to the Hurricanes last night, and frustrated fans have now been charged after throwing jerseys. CTV's John Musselman joins us now live. John.
Well, Ken, 3 people have been basically issued tickets, provincial offenses tickets, for engaging in what's called prohibited activity, and they've been banned from all MLSE properties for 1 year. Now, this all goes back to last night's game. We'll show you the video. The Leafs were taking on the Carolina Hurricanes, who are actually below the Leafs in the standings, but they beat the Leafs 4-1, and that prompted some disgruntled fans to once again throw jerseys onto the ice to sort of express their frustration with the team. Now, we're here at the MasterCard Center today. We decided to talk to some grade 5, 6, 7, and 8 students from John English Public School. They're playing in a hockey game here, a school hockey game, and we asked them what they think about some of these adults throwing jerseys onto the ice. We'll get to those clips first, but first we want you to hear from Captain Dion Phaneuf last night after the game.
3 examples of fans that are extremely unhappy. I don't think it's the majority of fans, because you look at the end of the game and there's still lots of fans in their seats cheering for us. So we have great fans, but it's disappointing to see when a select few do that.
I kind of think it's a little disrespectful to the Leafs. You know how like getting rid of their jerseys, and I don't think it's right.
Mean.
It's mean?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's mean?
Because I think they need to support their fans, the Leafs, because they're not going to get any further without any support.
I have a jersey of my own. I'd never think to throw it on a sign. You know, I wouldn't want to throw that on the ice.
And one of the #1 reasons we heard from those kids about why they would never do it, they know how expensive those jerseys are, up to as much as $200. The Leafs took the ice at 11:30. They're out practicing. We'll try to get some reaction from the players. We'll have much more on this story tonight on CTV News at 6. Reporting live, I'm John Musselman. I'll send it back inside to you.
Thank you, John. I think those kids also know, how it makes you feel when somebody does something like that. You certainly wouldn't do it with a kids team, would you? So putting the Leafs' poor performance aside for a moment, what do you make of all of this bad behavior by some fans? Is throwing a jersey onto the ice an acceptable form of protest, or is it just poor sportsmanship? As we heard, some fans last night actually charged now by police. And is that an appropriate action? What do you think? Should jersey tossing fans be charged? Some might argue fans pay for their admission, and they pay a lot, and they are entitled to free expression. Others, I think, say this kind of behavior delays the game and can potentially be dangerous, certainly if it happens in the middle of play. What's your opinion? When fans behave badly, should they be charged? Give us a call, 416-872-9000. You can also register your vote on our web poll, toronto.ctvnews.ca. You can email your comment to talkbacktoronto@ctv.ca, and you can tweet us at CTVToronto and hashtag TalkBackTO.
But is he better at... So last night's Leafs game was a tough one, definitely. 5th consecutive loss against the last place team. Fans obviously have been frustrated, we know that. And there had been a rash of jersey tossing incidents, so fans unhappy, tossing their jerseys on the ice. And the Leafs had warned that, if this happens again, there's potential of being charged, being banned from the ACC for a year. So last night, 3 fans were indeed charged with engage in prohibited activity, which is a provincial offense, and they will not be able to go to the ACC for a year.
Yep. And so we're wondering if that's how things should be. I think it's all about disrespect. That's all it is. It's not even a delay of the game issue. They shouldn't do it while the game is going on. I'm not sure they should do it either way. But while the game is going on, then you run into a potential danger, right, with somebody skating over a jersey, and at the very least interfering in the play of the game. But during a hat trick, it's okay to throw hats on the ice, and if you're a Florida Panthers fan down there, it's okay to throw a plastic rat on the ice.
And that's what I think several people I've heard bring up in the studio as well. The fact that, it's just not okay to be upset and throw something negative on the ice versus something, that shows you're happy.
Yep. Hi, Barry. How are you? Barry, I think it's all about disrespect. What do you think?
Ken, good day, Ken and Michelle, and thank you for taking my call.
Yep.
I just wanted to mention, Ken and Michelle, that I find it very disrespectful, not only to the team of today, but all the legends that we've had in the Leaf organization. I was around when they last won the Stanley Cup, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope I live long enough to see another one. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be a fan. I think these people should be charged. It's so disgraceful and so disrespectful, along with, Ken, as you mentioned, with the injury factor.
Yeah, Barry, would it be okay if they simply voiced their displeasure by booing?
That's fine. Let them boo.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are in a slump, and they're going to come out of it. And I thoroughly believe that they're going to come out of it. And as I say, I just hope I'm around to see another Stanley Cup.
Me too. Me too. I'm with you. Thank you, Barry.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
Bye.
Spoken like a true fan. Appreciate it. Let's get to Harvey now. Hi, Harvey.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Michelle. And congratulations, Michelle, on your baby.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
You having a baby?
I disagree with the other caller. I think you're paying $200 for a ticket to go to a game, and you're paying $200 for a jersey. I think you're already fine going to the games. I could go down and see my team in Buffalo play for like a quarter of the price that you pay for a ticket in Toronto. And you're seeing the same caliber team, a low-market team like Toronto's playing right now.
So you think that tossing that jersey, you know what? Fans have a right. They're upset.
Well, it is disrespectful. The other caller is very right, but you got to do something when it's going downhill and downhill. Like last night, they should have won that game like nothing. But I'm glad because I want Buffalo to get Connor McDavid in the draft. So I'm hoping that Carolina keeps winning.
Yeah, Harvey, is there another way to show your displeasure, though, without... I mean, there is a safety issue, right, if you do it during the play?
Oh, if you do it during play, yes. Yeah. But look, just as also, like you said, a hat trick, Ken.
Yeah.
You're throwing a $40 hat on the ice every time you do a hat trick.
Yeah.
So that's for fans that are very happy. But you don't see that in Toronto because the fans aren't happy.
Yeah, and we know why they're not happy. Harvey, thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Congratulations again, Michelle.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's go to Mark. How are you, Mark?
Hi, Michelle and Ken.
Hey.
Congratulations, Michelle, on your baby.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, it's really disrespectful. I'm quite upset about what had happened. But also, I think that it's a team effort. Everybody should pay the price. All the time, they're getting rid of the head coaches, and they've had so many good head coaches. I'm really disappointed they got rid of Randy Carlyle. Still, they're losing. It's a team effort. Everybody has to pay the price, including the players, the GM. It's always the head coach they're taking out, and I think that's really, really sad. They've had some real fantastic coaches in the field. They've had so many good coaches. All of them have gone. They fired the coaches. They haven't traded any players. The GM is still there. I think it's really ridiculous. But what they did last night is disrespectful, okay? They're paying like a lot for the seats. Also for the jersey is $200 like that. That's $400, and plus the guy's going to get a fine on top of that, and they're going to be, out for a year. It's really, really ridiculous. I'm quite upset. It's like getting rid of the head coaches. It's quite sad. They haven't kept any good coaches so far. They're just getting rid of all the coaches all the time, and it's really ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a team effort. Everybody should have paid the price, not just the Randy Carlyle.
Yeah, Mark, I mean, of course, today we're really just addressing the sweater issue and whether or not you think fans should be charged on that.
They should be charged. They definitely should be charged.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I read a quick email? This one's from Ross. He writes to us, the fans do pay for the player's salary. Throwing hats in the rink for a hat trick is acceptable, even though it delays the game somewhat. If fans show their displeasure by tossing jerseys, hey, it's their building.
Okay.
All right. That's Talk Back Toronto for today. Thank you to everybody who weighed in. And you can still have your say. We have a web poll set up at toronto.ctvnews.ca.